How's it going, guys? My name is Tyler, and today I'm going to show you guys how we perform an actual stitching on our furniture pieces here. So as you can see, we have this piece of sofa here, and it's got a hole right here. So today I'm going to show you how we just use normal a needle and thread, and we will sew a stitch to get this all back together and make it look nice and good. So first thing you're going to need is actual thread. We use black thread pretty much on all of our furniture. And then you're just going to need a medium-sized needle, nothing crazy, just something big enough that's can go through the fabric pretty easy. So first thing you're going to do, you're going to get your thread, okay? And I know it's hard to see, but I have the thread in my hand, I have my needle, and we're going to go ahead and feed it through the eye of the needle here, and we're going to pull it through. And I'm going to give it some slack here, and then we're going to run these lines together. So I'm going to get it to, this is pretty much enough right here alone to do the stitch. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my blade here and cut this off. Then I'll set my thread to the side. Alright, so now I got my thread here and my needle. And I'll get the two ends here and I'll make sure they're pretty much side by side, So when I pull this tight, you have your needle. You got double line here. So what I'm going to do is here at the end of the line, I'm going to actually start knotting it. Okay, so I'm just going to do right over through and loop and then pull it tight. And then I'm going to do this over and over until a big nice knot forms here. Okay, and this is important to do because this is going to secure our lock stitch when we do it. So I'm just going to keep doing it over and over here until we get a big knot. So you see how that knot's getting bigger? This is what we want. Okay, this is pretty decently big. Alright, so this should do for what I'm going to do. So what you want to do is you want to get scissors and actually cut this here so you don't have any extra hanging, but for video purposes I'm not going to do that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our stitch here is all cleaned up. There's none of this foam stuff hanging out or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the needle and we're going to start on the inside. So we're going to bring the needle through this way, and I'm going to actually zoom in here so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring the needle in back here where the stitch is still good. Okay, so I'm going to bring it and poke it through. All right. And then I'm going to pull this through real slow like. Alright, so that knot is holding through for us, okay? But I'm going to go back through and I'm going to do this multiple times, okay? Try to get through the same hole if you can. Alright, so I'm going to go through. Okay, as you can see, it's getting tighter. Try to get it through around the same spot. Alright. Okay, I'll probably go through two or more times. The more times you go through, the better off you are. So we recommend you to go through a couple times to secure the lock stitch here. Alright, so as you can see, we're good here. Alright, so now to start the stitching process. Alright, so we are going to actually start up here, and I'm going to poke through the fabric, and then I'm going to bring the needle back out. Okay? Alright, so then we pull that tight. Alright, so now we're going to bring this stitch down and perform the same exact thing on the bottom row. So you want to stay pretty much in the same spacing. So you want to go through the fabric and then back up through. And you pull these two together. Okay, so you see how it cinches this up? You can't even see the stitch done, okay? This makes the stitch hidden and you have no problem doing this. So we're just going to repeat these steps all the way to the end, and I will go ahead and put this on a time lapse kind of me going through and stitching this up, and then I will show you the end results. All right, see you guys here at the end. Alright guys, so we just got done stitching all the way through. As you can see, the fabric is nice and neat. I mean, this looks pretty freaking good here, right? So, the way we're going to end our stitching here, so we just got done with our final stitch. So now we're just pretty much going to make another lock stitch here. And what we do is we're going to go through both pieces of the fabric and try to bring it out near the same hole, all right? And what I like to do is once I pull it through here, I'll actually go through and make a knot. Just a normal knot like you're tying your shoe, and pull this tight. All right, that looks good there. This is actually not a piece of the thread, my thread. This is a piece that ripped out when we, the incision was made. But we're just going to go through, and we're just going to do that multiple times. Okay, pretty much this is the same process as what we did earlier. We'll go through and pull tight. And the good thing about this fabric, it's going to hide the stitching really well. And you don't have to worry about anybody seeing it if you do this correctly. All right, so we're just pulling through here. All right. And I've went through about 3 times, so I'm gonna go ahead and make another knot here and be done. And pull this tight. All right, so now you're probably wondering, there's no reason for us to cut right here where this is still gonna hang. So we're actually just going to poke through anywhere random. All right, so I'm gonna poke it through. And as you can see, I'm coming out here. All right, and then I'm going to cut there. All right, and I just have my blade here, if I can pick it up. All right, and I'm just going to, you really want to get some scissors and do that, but all I have is this blade. And as you can see, the stitch is done. This is not ours, this is from earlier, but I'll go ahead and trim it up there. And then boom, you got a good piece of sofa here again. All right, so I figured I would just show you guys that and how you stitch furniture sofas and stuff like that. We recommend you using black thread just because it's easiest to find and it does well with any color. If you're too worried about the difference in color, you can go ahead and try to find some actual different thread that matches your need of whatever piece of furniture you have. So we just want to show you guys that video today, and hopefully this helps you in the future. Have a good one.